are there that fateful morning. It was a peaceful Sunday over 80 years ago at Pearl Harbor and Hickam Field on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. Our entire naval base has awakened with most of the fleet anchored peacefully within the confines of the harbor. Experience the roar of engines, the sound of bombs, gunfire, as the Imperial Japanese Navy sends the first wave of 189 fighters and bombers from Japan's First Air Fleet, led by Japanese Captain Uchida. The surprise was so complete that the coded success signal Tora was sent back to the carrier task force before the first bomb fell. A single remote radar station had spotted the incoming raiders, but mistook them for a flight of B-17s due in from the mainland. The B-17s arrived and, like America itself, find themselves in a war that had not been declared. The attack from the Japanese aircraft carriers Akagi, Akaga, Hiryu, Soryu, and two new carriers, the Shokaku and Suikaku, lasts over 2 gruesome hours.
When the first bombs began to fall, pilots all over the island jumped into action. At Whaler Field, Lieutenant Philip Rasmussen woke to the sound of bombs, jumping out of bed, strapping on a .45 caliber pistol over his purple pajamas, and ran to a working Curtiss P-36 Hawk. He was joined by 4 more P-36 pilots, Louis Sanders, Harry Brown, Gordon Sterling, and Malcolm Mike Moore. They took off to engage the attacking Japanese and managed to shoot down a few of the Japanese Zeros, Vals, and Kates. The number of enemy aircraft were incredibly overwhelming. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the island, Kenneth Taylor and George Welsh were just returning from an all-night dinner, dance, and polka party. These brave pilots, still in their formal dress clothes, raced to a couple of P-44 Hawks, got them fueled and armed, and took off. They quickly found themselves in the middle of a real battle. These 2 pilots caught up with the Japanese close to Pearl Harbor and Hickam Field and engaged the Zeros, Vals, and Kates with rounds from their .30 caliber machine guns. However, they quickly ran out. Luckily, they were able to land at Whaler Field, which is near the center of the island. They refueled and reloaded with .30 and .50 caliber ammo and took off once again to fight the Japanese. The 2 pilots are credited with downing a total of 6 Japanese warplanes before their own planes were disabled. Both pilots received a Distinguished Service Cross for their actions that infamous day. A total of 502 U.S. airplanes were on the ground at the beginning of the attack. Sadly, 188 were totally destroyed, 159 damaged, and 155 aircraft lay on the ground in various stages of disrepair.
The first wave of 183 Japanese Zeros, Vals, and Kates hammered Hawaii for an hour and 40 minutes.
It's like that.